This place is pretty upscale. Are you sure you've got the bill covered?
You're the one who doesn't belong in a place like this. I'll be calling my father.
Huh?
Yui, congrats on your very first deal. Landing a contract for a brand new location isn't easy. I'm really happy your hard work finally paid off. Let this be a little celebration from me. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you so much. I can't believe you reserved such a gorgeous restaurant. I'm honestly so happy.
I'm Keiichi Sato. Tonight, I brought my subordinate, Yui Shimizu, here to celebrate her first successful contract at the day's location of Tokimeki Restaurant. But then...
Huh? Keiichi?
Kentaro, it's been ages.
Never thought I'd see you here as a customer, man.
Oh, this is?
He's Kentaro Kashiwa. We went to high school together.
These days, I'm a waiter and even train the newer staff.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
By the way, this place is pretty upscale. Are you sure you've got the bill covered?
What?
What?
Sorry. I just remembered how you were back in high school, so I couldn't help but worry a little. And the lady you brought is absolutely stunning. So I figured maybe you're just trying to impress her or something. Oh, should I not have said that?
What do you even think of me, Kentaro? No need to worry. I work in corporate sales now, in the marketing division.
Oh yeah? Good for you.
You've been rude to Keiichi this whole time. Don't you think you're out of line? You're the one who doesn't belong in a place like this. I'll be calling my father.
What? Why do I have to take that kind of talk from someone I just met? And what do you mean by father?
Yui's father is actually the owner of this Tokimeki restaurant. Also, both Yui and I work in the corporate sales department at the Tokimeki restaurant headquarters.
Wait, the owner? As in, Mr. Shimizu? And you two are HQ sales staff? No way!
If you want proof, I'd be happy to hand you my business card.
No, that won't be necessary.
My father was actually dining nearby. He said he'd drop by on his way out.
I see.
10 minutes later.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Thanks for coming, Dad.
It's good to see you again, Mr. Shimizu.
And thank you for your hard work, Keiichi. I've heard from Sonegawa Sales Director that you've been really dedicated to training your juniors.
Not at all. Yui and the others are all super motivated, so I've got to keep up.
Now then, you're the waiter who acted rudely toward our guests?
Well...
Mr. Kashiwa, that wasn't the kind of behavior you should be showing toward customers, was it? It's true that Tokimeki Restaurant is positioned as a high-end dining experience. The comments that imply we pick and choose our customers are completely unacceptable.
Exactly. Your attitude shapes the reputation of this restaurant, so it's something that deserves your utmost care.
Right, but still, this all seems a little blown out of proportion, don't you think?
Excuse me?
It's just, Keiichi and I were classmates, and I got a little too casual, thinking about how he's doing these days. I've never had a customer complaint before, and I like to think I've been professional with my service usually.
I did some checking, and no, there haven't been any major issues with your conduct until now.
You got too casual, huh? Maybe it wasn't such a big deal because it was me this time. But remember, other guests see how you treat people too. You've got to be more careful.
Keiichi is absolutely right. You should never change the way you treat customers, no matter who they are.
Understood. I'll be more mindful from now on.
Well, it's your first offense, so I'll let it slide this time. But going forward, I'll be keeping a closer eye on your behavior. Keep that in mind and do your best. Also, I heard you have close ties with Doki Doki Corp, one of our partners. Apparently, you're the CEO's son. Please, send our regards to your father.
Will do, sir.
I think we'll call it a night here. I imagine this wasn't exactly a pleasant experience for you, Yui.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
Right.
So, we ended up enjoying dinner somewhere else that night. A few days later, Yui and I were in a planning meeting for the new Kirameki branch. The location for the Kirameki branch has been finalized. It'll be right next to the hotel by the station.
Today, I'm hoping we can have a more in-depth discussion with the new owner, Mr. Yamazaki. Thank you for your time. To support the process, I've asked Kashiwa to join us as an advisor from the Days branch, where he currently serves as assistant manager.
Nice to meet you.
He's been with us for a long time, and really knows the ins and outs of the restaurant, especially in his role as chief waiter. That said, I heard from Mr. Shimizu that your customer service was called into question recently.
I got carried away after bumping into an old friend. I let nostalgia get the better of me.
That's all in the past now. As long as you're mindful of your conduct moving forward, it won't be an issue.
I looked over the proposal you submitted in advance. However, given the differences in location and target audience between the Days and Kirameki branches, I have some reservations about relying on your advice. I was thinking input from the Uki branch might actually be more applicable. That's fair. Still, I'd like to give Kashiwa the opportunity to grow into this advisory role. I was hoping you could get a sense of his work ethic as we proceed.
I see. All right then. Let's move forward with the meeting.
I really am sorry about what happened the other day. But from here on, we're strictly talking business. So you'll be taking this meeting seriously, won't you?
What kind of question is that? Of course I will. You're being disrespectful to them.
You can count on me to handle this professionally.
We're not the type to let personal issues bleed into a business discussion.
Right. Sorry about that.
1 hour later.
So, we've locked in our target demographic and overall business strategy. Yes, and we've got a solid timeline in place for the opening preparations too. I really appreciate everyone's support.
Glad I could help.
Next up is the promotional campaign. It's going to be key once the new location opens. If you could brainstorm some ideas before our next meeting, that would be great.
Promotion? Huh. We've included examples of past campaigns for new store launches in this packet. Feel free to use it as a reference. Got it. Thanks very much.
Since it's a promo campaign, we're going to ask my dad's company, Doki Doki Corp., to handle it again, right? We've always left it up to them. And it's worked out fine, hasn't it?
Doki Doki Corp, huh?
Now that you mention it, my dad did say it's the company run by Mr. Kashiwa's father. Is something wrong?
Is there some kind of concern about my dad's company?
It's not so much a concern. I'd just like to take a moment to reevaluate working with Doki Doki Corp. We'll discuss it further on our end, and follow up with you, Miss Yamazaki.
Understood. Looking forward to hearing from you.
A few days later, President Kashiwa from Doki Doki Corp visits the headquarters.
As I mentioned over the phone, I'm Sonegawa, Director of Sales. Let me get right to it. We're currently reviewing whether or not to continue our contract with Doki Doki Corp.
So, you're saying termination's on the table?
Not just on the table, it's actually the most likely outcome at this point.
I see. Was there some kind of issue with the work we've done?
Keiichi, Yui, would you mind explaining?
Of course!
Happy to.
Doki Doki Corp has been our trusted promotional partner ever since the launch of the very first Tokimeki restaurant. We're deeply grateful for everything your company has done for us over the years. However, there are also some challenges we're facing.
Doki Doki's strength lies in affordable, well-designed print materials. But our company is now looking to go further. We want to expand into in-store event planning, large-scale campaigns, and collaborative promotions with outside companies and culinary experts.
Event planning and major campaigns, huh? It's true, that's an area where our company doesn't have much experience.
Exactly. That's why we're considering switching to a larger agency that can handle these kinds of requests.
I understand, but Tokimeki Restaurant is one of our biggest clients. Losing this contract would be... my son is the chief waiter at the Days branch.
would you consider letting us run a test campaign at that location? It'd be easy to communicate the purpose of the campaign through him, and if we could just... I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Well, why not?
The truth is, the Days branch is one of the lower rated locations among our restaurants. We're currently in the middle of retraining the staff there, and due to its unique location, the Days branch isn't ideal for piloting a promotional campaign.
I see. Also, you mentioned your son is the chief waiter there? We've recently received several complaints from customers regarding his service attitude. It's reached a point where the head office is reviewing how to respond. What? I had no idea. Given all of this, I'm afraid continuing our contract with Doki Doki Corp would be difficult. I'm truly sorry. I see. In that case, I suppose there's no helping it. We'll begin looking for new clients. And so, Tokimeki Restaurant ended its contract with Doki Doki Corp. A few months later,
The building's finished, and our contract with Toki Day Promotions is going smoothly. Yes, we're offering a limited time menu at the Kirameki branch, along with the tasting event to promote it. Plus, Toki Day Promotions has strong media connections. They've secured features in gourmet magazines and online food sites to announce the grand opening.
there are just 2 weeks until the pre-opening, and less than 3 weeks until we open for real. We've still got some time, but let's stay focused and keep fine-tuning everything right up to the end.
Absolutely.
Keiichi, I knew I'd find you here. I've been looking everywhere.
Kentaro, what are you doing here? Isn't this during business hours at Days Branch?
I wanted to talk to you and Yui, so I tracked you down. I even ran into my dad, so I brought him along too.
Apologies for dropping in during such a busy time with the launch preparations.
It's all right. But what did you want to talk about?
Why did you end the contract with my dad's company? My service attitude may have been an issue, sure, but that has nothing to do with the company's contract, right?
You're right, that had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Ending the contract with Doki Doki Corp was something Tokimeki Restaurant had been considering for a while. It wasn't a snap decision. We'd already planned to revisit the partnership, and with the launch of the new branch, it felt like the perfect opportunity to make that change.
I see.
That's the reality of it. It'll definitely hurt our business. But I don't think renewing our contract with Tokimeki is even possible at this point. And honestly, I've come to terms with that.
I see.
That said, even if it has nothing to do with Doki Doki Corp, the head office is also planning to reassess your employment contract.
What? Why?
Because the Days branch reputation has been slipping, and that's become a serious concern at headquarters. A large portion of the customer feedback we've received points to your attitude as the issue, Mr. Kashiwa.
I thought you were trying to improve, especially after you were called out for how you treated Keiichi and Yui.
I was trying to be more mindful.
Kashiwa, you're a skilled waiter. That's why we entrusted you with the chief role. But we've warned you multiple times about your tendency to overuse difficult jargons, haven't we?
We keep getting complaints from guests saying your explanations are hard to understand because you use too much jargon when describing dishes or service. And some say they've noticed differences in how you treat certain customers.
I'd really thought I'd cut back on the technical terms, and I was offering the same service to everyone.
When we came in as guests, you clearly acted differently depending on who you were dealing with. You said it was because you were talking to Keiichi, an old friend, but isn't it possible that, without realizing it, you've been acting that way with other customers too?
Huh?
If it were intentional, you could at least work on correcting it. But if you're unaware it's happening, then that's an even bigger problem. I think you still have a lot to learn about what true hospitality means.
No.
Doki Doki Corp and Kentaro Incident 2? There's no more clinging to Tokimeki Restaurant now, is there? We've got to start thinking about what comes next. Later, without new clients to sustain it, Doki Doki Corp fell into a cycle of barely staying afloat. Kentaro quit the days branch to help his father's company, but being completely new to that kind of work, and with his habit of unconsciously adjusting his behavior based on who he's talking to, he hasn't had much success.
Why did it come to this? What can I do to make things right?
Meanwhile, I invited Yui out for dinner again to celebrate the grand opening of the Kurameki branch. You did a really great job. Seriously, well done.
Thanks. I learned so much working with you, Keiichi. Director Sanegawa said I'm probably ready to go solo.
Oh yeah? So it's finally time for you to branch out on your own, huh?
It's a little sad knowing we won't be working together as much anymore. Would it be okay if I asked you out to dinner again sometime?
Of course, I'd love that.